Hi all, today we're going to be making a Pinterest board for my new story. My new story is literally just to get me back into writing. I want to get back into the swing of things. I'm just trying to fall back in love. Let's pull it up. Okay, so let me type in Pinterest. Let's go into the beautiful hub that is Pinterest. All right, so we jumped right into it, but this new idea is meant to be very school meets billionaire, right? So you have a student and you have a billionaire, and they're gonna meet and they're going to fall in love, and it's just gonna be about a lot of longing, a lot of mental issues. It's gonna be a really fun idea. All right, nothing fantasy, nothing yet. I think that that's gonna be like my next project. Something fantasy, something love, something, you know, star-crossed, forbidden, but this is just meant to be a pure love story just for the sake of a love story. So let's just start off with that first initial image, and I'm going to do it in a coffee shop. Wait, no, not a coffee shop, a bookstore. You guys need to see the vision. Yes, right here. Let's save it. Let's create the board. I'm gonna call this love story. Let's make it a secret and create. Oh my gosh, it's the perfect first, like, I think image. Oh, this is gorgeous right here. So, okay, so in my mind, these characters are going to meet in a bookstore. It's going to be the most gorgeous thing ever. Let me look up student. Let's do master's student. She's either gonna be a master's student, our main character, or she's gonna be like going for her PhD. This is who she is. She loves stories. She lives for becoming someone who, you know, made something of herself. And that's a whole thing of her story. Like, she really needs to like just make something of herself. And it's like super important to her. And she sits around and she thinks about, oh my gosh, she needs to make something of herself. So as you can see, I'm adding a lot of the like, A, study, get an MBA, get a this, get a that. And well, like, I'm gonna remember how this feels. And yes, this image right here is exactly what I'm talking about. No kizzy, this image right here is spot on. She's sitting, she's in the bookstore, and she's studying. That's all she does. She studies and she studies and she studies because it's so important for her to get this degree. She dreams about it. She dreams about it. And it's candid. It's not meant to be something where she has like these quotes and stuff. No, she just gets to work. And she surrounds herself with places that make her feel like she's engulfed in the work. You know? Yeah, like I said, the book idea is meant to be a lot of mental issues that kind of combine with two people who have no idea they would even meet like this. So they meet in a bookstore, obviously, and they just keep meeting at the bookstore, and they do really spontaneous things. He is, you know, pretty much given his life, and she has to work really hard for her. So let me show you what I mean by him. So for our male lead, he's going to be like, you know what I mean, billionaire. He lives that life. He doesn't really see the money. I'd say he never needs to see the money. You know, when you're making that much money, you don't question if it's there. You just use it, you know? So he's the type to be looking out across the horizon and all these things, but he never trusts people. He has a really hard time trusting people. He's been on the yacht. He's done the whole thing. He has the money, you know? He's done all of this, but it's not his money. He's never made this money. It was given to him. It kind of presents this thing where he doesn't know how to trust people because people have left in life, you know, maybe some family members and stuff. It's a lot, and I don't want to expose everything to you guys, so let me just add a couple more just so that we have, you know, what we need in terms of who he is, his vibe. I still have to do a lot more research before we're really ready to dive into his personality and such. Yeah, money, cars, everything. He is the prince. He's a prince of this modern, you know, lifetime kind of thing. And she is someone who just had to really work hard to go from the bottom to the top. So this book has themes of like really deep stuff, but it's real. It's meant to be really real. I'm talking a family member leaving her kids or his kids or their kids to fend for themselves. We won't show that here, but I'm going to look up something like angst, right? Some real angst. No, not like this. Let me look up abandoned. Just the word abandoned, because that's kind of the vibe we're given. No, in person. Yeah. So I would say it's like being in a room full of people, but it feels like no one's there. This is really good right here. That's really, really good. This is also super good. Oh my God, this is super good. Yup, this is also super great. Oh my gosh. Just like being alone. I'm just gonna show some desolate places where some of the characters are gonna just like want to escape to. You understand? Like they want to get away. They don't want to be where they are or with anyone. Yes. Let me just shout it. Something like this. Yes. A lot of fighting. People who, like I said, a lot of dark themes. Dark themes in the story. They have dealt with so much stuff, guys. It puts them in a place where they both have some real demons that keep them away from each other. Like genuinely, someone has gone through so much that they don't trust people. And then on the other side, the same thing. They don't trust people. They both are dealing with an extreme trust issue. But one is from an abandonment and one is just from seeing people and how they act and just completely now being distrustful of that. So they're both looking for freedom, but in different ways. Someone's looking for freedom in a way where they just want to trust someone's going to be with them for the rest of their lives, but that's so unlikely to them. And then someone else is looking for freedom in a way where they want to trust someone's going to stay the same, the way that they met them, and never become different. But that's also so unlikely to them. So unlikely. Yes, saved. That's how it feels. There's a sense of loneliness as well. I've already added that one. This is really good. Oh my gosh. Yes. Just so lonely, trapped in this feeling where you're like, oh my gosh, am I meant to be with someone? And then eventually they find each other. Let me look up connection, because that's what it is. It's a connection that they make. Even though they're so scared to trust it, it's a connection that they can't ignore. Yes, they get so absorbed into each other because they start telling each other everything that's ever happened. And it becomes something where it's like, wow, maybe you actually get me. And you know, this is challenged throughout the whole entire story. This isn't meant to just be, oh yeah, everything's gonna be good, everything's going to be fine. That's not what actually happens. So obviously there's gonna be a lot of ups and downs, but we'll see if love prevails, right? Dancing in the rain, doing the most spontaneous things that they never thought would ever mean anything to them, to each other. This is what love feels like. Surrendering yourself to someone regardless of if they might leave you, regardless of if they might hurt you, regardless of if they might change. Love is in spite of all of that. But of course they fight. I'm gonna add this because fighting happens. This story, like I said, is meant to get me right back into that feeling of, oh my gosh, I'm in love with books and I'm in love with reading, and I just want a good love story that doesn't just give me this fluffy tale, but it gives me the bad, it gives me the good, but it tells me despite all of this good and bad, love is something that's meant to be valued and cherished and given into. I know that this got really deep really fast, but this is just who I am. This is what I do. This is why I write romance books. Let's get into it. And I will be pitching this story to publishers and agents and such. So this is the start of a really long journey, which should be super fun. Let's go look at everything. Okay, we got 44 pins in like 3 seconds. So let's look. Let's start from the beginning because it's supposed to tell us a tale. There's a reason that I started it the way I started it. So it's in a bookstore. You have our main character. She's a master's student. You have our male lead. He is like a billionaire. There are some people who have gone through a lot of loneliness. Some people who have gone through some fighting. And generally, they have been abandoned and felt so alone until they find each other in a connection that they can't ignore. And sure, they fight, but at the end they come together. The story is generally outlined, but I'm trying to see if I want to outline the story or if I just want to kind of free write it based off what I think is right for the story. It's meant to be my return to living and loving writing and being in love with love and being able to daydream. Such a complex story that relates to you readers. Okay, I'm talking too much, but this is it. That's our Pinterest board. Lots of tears. Yes, tears. Lots of, oh my gosh, yes, late nights like this. People who don't even understand that they're so in love that it's weird. It's weird that they're so in love like this and they laugh together. Yeah, with that, I'm going to close out the video. I know that, you know, we've been here for a little while at this point, but that's how I feel. And that just made me so excited to write. So I think I'm gonna get on that, and I'll of course be coming out with more writing vlogs and such, and more book stuff too, because I think in order to be a great writer you need to be an avid reader, which for the most part I am. But I do have my days where I read like a manga or manhwa instead of a book. And I think if you guys want me to come out with some more manhwa and like manga content, I think, hey, I'm so down for that. But that definitely comes with a different kind of vibe, a different aesthetic that I tend to give. But hey, you know, I'm here for it. And yeah, so thank you so much for indulging and watching me create my Pinterest board for life and for this new story. And I'm excited to build this with you guys and help build a community around this as well. So I'm gonna holla at y'all in the next one. Please subscribe, like, and comment. Mwah. Bye bye.